Welcome to a special market summary from Eve Prosper. I'm your host Lockefox, and though the weekly show is on hiatus for the summer, we are here to bring you June's market news and forecasts for your summer. With ProBag Bears, Plex wall down, and Citadel's land rush ending, things are starting to look more stable. In general, we at Eve Prosper believe the summer is going to be the best chance to refill those coffers after an unusually hot spring. Unfortunately, the one unknown for our forecast is Citadel offshoring, the practice of setting up buy orders in Citadels to compete with hubs like JITA. Due to API limitations, we are unable to directly track offshoring, but general trends look positive. As for Plex specifically, if we look at prices versus CCP Quant's ISK velocity charts, we can start to see some of the summer cooling. As demands for liquid cash loosen, we should start to see Plex demands rise. Though it's worth mentioning, ISK velocity is still high considering history, so expect prices to stay near or under 1 billion for the next month. Looking at skill trading, prices have been following Plex prices, but the recent upswing is much larger than the recent stabilization in Plex. Though we continue to forecast that skill injector prices are quite high, supplies look to be running a little thin, leading to stronger prices. For those in the speculation game, it might be a time to look into selling off some of those stockpiles. Looking at the costs behind skill trading, margins are very good for the skill point farmer. Again, with the constraint on supply combined with lower prices for Plex, this makes it a seller's market for skill points. Though it's still hard to forecast into the distant future on either injectors or Plex, we believe this is a big opportunity to take some bold positions for the fall. Looking out across the rest of the RMT markets, things are looking particularly stable. Though resculpt sell orders are finally reaching parity, the buy-sell spread makes me think that this is only a temporary position. Extractors remain in step with Plex, and multiple pilot training certificates are bubbling up over Plex parity, perhaps because of skill point farmers. Moving on to PvP, as we pointed out in the last show, PvP activity is returning to a normal-ish level, if maybe on the cool side. Though this may be bad news for fighters, it's a good signal for industrialists as a chance to restock and farm. This is by no means a crash, but a return to normal levels, and should give ample opportunity to stock up reserves for the fall. Last but certainly not least, boosters are getting a big change in the next week, with legalization. Longtime fans of the show will know that we are particular fans of boosters, and are anticipating big things with this change. The bad news, in the short term, is we expect prices to crash. Due to their incredible margins, prices for final boosters should fall, but Cytosaracen prices should rise. This is a great opportunity to go review the mechanics of boosters, as they can be an incredible force multiplier in gang operations. With that, this concludes our Prosper Market Brief for June. And again, though the weekly show is on hiatus for the summer, we are still producing content here and on the blog. To follow us, all you gotta remember is Eve Prosper, and that'll get you to Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and our blog. Once again, I've been your host Lockefox, signing off from Eve Prosper.